How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Marvel's Avengers video. So there's actually quite a bit of new information to go over. This video is going to be kind of jam-packed with stuff to talk about. And after I go over the news with you guys, be sure to stick around for the later half of the video because I'm going to show you guys a new really good way to farm units and resources. So you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for that. So yesterday evening, Marvel's Avengers posted their weekly War Table blog. This is just like a mini version of the War Table event. And in these little blogs, they sort of just go over all the new weekly changes and stuff. And this is just their way of communicating with the community. And I'm all for this. I love when developers are upfront and actually communicate with the community. So I think this is a great idea. And I hope that they do these every single week just to sort of keep us in the loop on how progress on the game is coming along. But in this weekly update, they went over the new priority missions. Now these rotate every single week. And they have different rewards that you can get when you complete them for the first time. So the first priority mission is called Global Presence. It's a low power level one, and then it has different modifiers, which are blizzard, ice hazards are added to the environment, cryo damage from enemies in the environment are increased, capacitor, shock damage from the player is increased, and then famine, enemies do not drop regen packs when defeated. And then it comes with guaranteed rewards of polychorons and then heroic specific gear. Now the polychorons are a rare resource that you use to upgrade your artifacts. These are really hard to come by and you only get a certain amount per day. So make sure you go out and complete this priority mission, that way you get some extra ones. Because when you get to those later levels, those are definitely really hard to come by. And then the next priority mission is called Rocket's Red Glare, and then the modifiers are famine, pressure, clash, and capacitor. And then it comes with a guaranteed reward of epic gear. And then there's a priority harm challenge. This is just in the harm room. And then if you beat this weekly harm challenge, you get a 1962's Incredible Hulk number 105 comic. And that will give you a 0.5 status resistance buff. And with these weekly changes, that means it is time for the vendor to update her stuff. So if you guys go check out the vendor, the legendary skins at the bottom of the screen have now changed. Now, to be honest, these ones are a bit disappointing to me. Two of them are just reskins of the skins that were available last week. And then the third skin just switched from Captain America to Kamala. So not too much of a variety there. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. I think that sucks. I'd like to see at least a little bit of variations of those skins from week to week, since we have to go an entire week before we get to see it actually refresh. But then they actually added some new stuff to the marketplace. They added the Hulk's legendary Tea Time emote. They added Captain America's epic falling with style takedown. And then they added Iron Man's Chroma Lux outfit to the marketplace. So if you guys are interested in spending real life money, or if you guys have completed the challenge cards and you have some extra credits lying around, you guys might be interested in these new items. So that is it for the new information from the War Table, but there is a bit of drama going around in the community. The user of Salsa Shark 1977 posted on Reddit. He said, whoa, tell me they did not nerf mission drops before fixing anything. He says, I noticed today that missions are dropping purples at the end instead of higher tier loot. I ran 4 or 5 missions that normally all gave me a 130 yellow if I 100% the mission, that are now giving me 120 purples at the end. I have multiple costumes still relocked, including purchase ones, multiple freezes trying to switch characters, especially on the Chimera and the Anthill, multiple issues with faction missions resetting, as I know some of you have these issues as well. I hope that this is just a fluke, because making worse loot drops before fixing any major issues is just bad form in my opinion. Has anyone else noticed this? Then they had an update. It said the streak continues in both days of remains and in Honor's name. Nothing above 120 so far. I use these missions almost exclusively to gear up Tony, Thor, Cap to 130, and I've been running them to try to get packs that I wanted. If it was RNG, then I would have had an amazing streak of 130 gear before now, like a multiple day streak. And then another user said that patterns repeatedly dropping in missions has been nerfed, removed without any statement or notice by the devs. And then somebody else responded saying, yes, all patterns were removed. I can confirm from the Day of Dead mission. Now, if you guys did not know, you could actually go out and you could farm different patterns by completing some of the missions. I even used to do this myself. If you went and completed just different faction missions like the shield missions, you would get almost a guaranteed pattern at the end of every single mission, and people were just doing this over and over and getting tons of patterns, which they could then convert at the fabrication machine, which would give you either a new skin for one of the characters, or it would give you a duplicate, which would then just refund you a bunch of units. So people were stocking up really fast on units, and they were getting a bunch of the skins unlocked, and this was kind of removed behind the scenes. This is making a lot of people angry, as they're starting to notice. I personally went out and tested this myself, and I can confirm that they are not giving out patterns or high tier rewards at the end of some of these missions, and that is a bit disappointing. I can understand why people are upset. And this post by user Shark Mode pretty much sums it up. They said, "Dear Crystal Dynamic, using resources on nerfing our fun while your game is in its current state sends out the wrong signal. Seeing reports on looting being nerfed, both legendaries and patterns, while your game has so many game-breaking issues and anti-fun mechanics and bugs sends out some really shitty signals to your customers. Seriously, don't fall into this trap. Making the game way grindier while it has so many issues should not be your focus. Your focus should be retaining your user base and making sure that the game is fun to play and work as intended. I don't have the time or motivation to farm gear or patterns. I think the highest power level is like 90 or something, but even if I am not farming stuff, it doesn't mean that it's not infuriating to see you guys prioritizing removing the little fun we have instead of fixing your unfinished game. You should worry about making your user base happy and promote loyalty way before you start adjusting it negatively. How about providing us with some sort of compensation for all the game-breaking bugs and unfinished state instead? How about ensuring that the game works properly and it's fun to play? How about not removing fun at the moment and go into the same footsteps as Anthem?" So yes, the community definitely makes some good points. It does look pretty scummy if they're prioritizing, nerfing the amount of loot and slowing down players. I can already tell just based off of the subreddit alone that a lot of players are leveling up pretty fast, and I don't think they expected people to reach the max level as fast as they did. So to me, it looks like they're trying to slow players down a bit. They don't want players to go ahead and grind over and over and over. This is honestly just a flaw in their loot system. They just didn't design enough in-game content for players, and players are leveling up too fast. So yes, I definitely agree. I think that they should fix bugs way before they nerf the loot drops, because people are at least having fun grinding and leveling up their characters, and I can guarantee they're not having fun with bugs and glitches. And then to close out this video, I wanted to point out to you guys that there is this new high-level resource farm that is available. That new priority mission, Rocket's Red Glare, is actually a really great farming location. Shout out to the user Meowster Chief for pointing this out to me on Twitter. With that said, you guys can go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you haven't already at SwanyPlaysGames. But basically, you just go to the mission Rocket's Red Glare and you select the highest difficulty because that will affect the amount of loot that you get, and then you load up the very beginning of the mission. And then right at the beginning, there's like 3 or 4 different chests that you can get, and they are all going to have upgrade modules in them. Now this resource is very important for late game. Once your gear hits 130, you are going to start needing upgrade modules to upgrade your gear even further, and the further and further you upgrade your gear, the more upgrade modules it's going to take. So if you're going to want to get to level 140 or level 150, you're going to need just hundreds of these upgrade modules, and these things are a pain in the butt to get, and this is actually a great way to farm them. You go around, you collect all 4 of these chests, you can get anywhere from 9 to 12 of these upgrade modules, and then all you have to do is back out and reload up the mission, and then you just farm those same chests over and over and over. Now I highly recommend that you pick Iron Man because he can use Hulkbuster to smash through the one doors, and then he can also activate one of the panels to get into another door. Iron Man, I think, is the only character that can get through both of those types of doors, so that's why I recommend that you pick Iron Man. But that is going to do it for everything in this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Give me your guys' thoughts on these new priority missions. Let me know what you guys think about them secretly nerfing the loot, and then let me know what you guys think of this new resource farm. And with all that said, that's it for me, guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitch at SwanyPlaysGames Live, and check me out on the channel's Discord. All those links are found in the description down below, and I will talk to you all in the next video.